Well, hello folks, March. I figure it's time for a layout update. Here's the swing gate that everybody's been working on. Man, kudos to Marty and all his help here. For those of you who know Marty, and Barry Kahn and all the other guys, Sterling and Chris, and you guys know who you are helping me out. I appreciate it. So here you go. The swing bridge here will have a micro switch that will cut the power to the track when the gate's open. And if you look over here, you can see where the insulators are going to go at the end of the track, so the trains won't slide off into Never Never Land. And the other end, the insulators will be back over here. So, progress. Hawk Junction's done, and this is Hearst, Ontario, just a rough layout. Looking at doing a mill again down here, and the tracks will probably dip down a little bit lower than the main line. Fairly good size yard at Hearst. Really can't represent it the way I want to. Of course, there's the real Hearst, the way it's laid out in real life. Thanks Chris Vanderhyde for sketching all these drawings out. Of course, so looking at doing the yard, possibly some industries down here, a propane dealer as well down here. This is really condensed, and then the Y. So this would be Ontario Northland, and heading that way, you'd go to Kapuskasing, North Bay, east, and if you were to go that way, you would go west, and then if you went this way onto the Algoma Central, you would head south. So pulp mill area. Very condensed. Again, there was never a pulp mill this close to Hearst or along the ACR. I know that, but I really like pulp mill traffic. Wood chips, logs, chemicals, clay, the whole gauntlet. Really fun. I want a really big industry to switch out and create some traffic both for the Ontario Northland and the Algoma Central. So looking at 3 tracks, so the main, and then 1 track for loads in, and a mill lead or loads out, depending on how it lays out. I really have no idea how the heck I'm going to lay the mill yard out, but I have a boiler recovery, chemical tracks, chip tracks, clay slurry tracks, paper mill, of course paper out tracks. So not sure how it's all going to work, but it's going to work one way or another. So we got the track laid. So what will be Oba Lakes, and there'll be 1 20-inch trestle right about here, represented in real life. Again, thanks Chris for the pictures. We'll be here. There'll be a big cut of trees, and then the longest trestle, which is almost 1,200 feet, will be right here in this spot. Along here, be about a 40-inch trestle, give or take. And then the other trestle, again 20 inches, which will be that trestle there. And of course lake and causeway and fills and all that stuff. So the lake will be around here. Again, another fictitious spot that I had to move around. This is actually an area called Mosher. Not prototypical track layout, but nonetheless it'll be working for me. Sawmill, so flat cars for loads out of lumber, and of course box cars for loads of lumber out. I'm going to get a building so it'll be covered, so the box cars will be inside the building being loaded. Around the corner will be wood chips, so wood chips out for the pulp mill, and telephone pole spur for telephone poles out as well from the mill. Nice big long passing siding along here, as you can see, nice sweeping curve. And then pulp logs, so logging trucks will come in out of the bush, get loaded onto the gondolas. I may extend this just a little bit longer so I can get a couple more cars in there. So that'll go also to the pulp mill. The end of the siding here, going to do a bit of a beaver dam in here before the very large mountain in the center of this peninsula. So a nice grade starts around the corner at Franz, way down there, and it climbs all the way around the corner and levels out and then climbs a little bit in the middle and then goes down, 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 down into the pulp mill area. So as soon as you leave the mill heading south, it's a bit of a climb up, 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 up and around the corner, and then a grade down into France, Ontario, which we're going to go see right now. So this I tried to stick as close to the original France as possible. So the station will go in the middle along the CP rail main line, which is on the crossover. Again, the tracks it used to interchange were the Algoma Central. There's the real one. Again, thanks Chris for your drawings. And you can see that it's fairly close. So that's looking north, and sorry, that's looking south on the real Algoma Central, but that's looking north on mine. So again, not quite perfect, but it'll do for me. Nice big corner here and into Hawk Junction. So again, not prototypical, but very close to what I think will work really well. So out of here, trains will head north, and the ore trains, the coal trains and such, empties out of Hawk Junction, which will go up the Helix and down to the Michipicoten Harbor. SD40s will haul the ore trains, and the Jeep units will haul north. And as trains get combined, they will head south into staging and disappear as if they were going to Sault Ste. Marie, and trains will appear out of there as if you're coming from Sault Ste. Marie heading north. So going to be a small engine house here. Again, a very condensed version of Hawk Junction. Again, thanks Chris for the drawings. So kind of close, as close as I could make it with the space I have on my railway. So again, there's the bottleneck. I've tried to do the bottleneck here and the rest of the yard here. So again, the Helix, this is the branch line on the Michipicoten subdivision. It actually headed north out of Hawk Junction. Mine heads south just due to space. And the mother of all helixes, which will climb up to there, and we'll go along the outside wall. As you guys know, have been following me, we'll go all the way around the outside wall in between the photos. Go all the way around above Hearst, above there, and end up over here on that wall at the Michipicoten Harbor. Right up top here, so when the train comes in, there's actually going to be 5 tracks or 4 tracks above, in the middle of the helix, will represent Wawa, which is where the sinter plant was. So we'll have lots of switching, lots of work, lots of trains, and lots of fun. So there you go. There's the latest update. Everybody's following me on Facebook. Really appreciate the comments everybody's been doing. And I tell you, I'm sure having a lot of fun. And this has been one heck of a project. And I've got it to this point where I can actually run some trains, run some turns, and now I can rack my head about how I'm going to plan out Hearst and the mill and figure out how the heck I'm going to pay for all the switches. So there you go. A little update around the room. Come a long ways in the last few months. Overview of everything that you see. And there you go. Appreciate it, guys. Stay safe.